Okay. Where were we? Day 224, day 224. So I did set us up for a better run this time because I'm pretty sure I took care of the, let's see, the chest thing is handled, or the chest power. So we're pawn, and I think managed to get mail. Cool. It's true, Jesse, it's not. Where are the zombies? Where's the vertical feed? A is an experiment. It's an experiment for a reason. Hey, Sarah. So wait, you guys didn't have power? What happened? I just saw that in the Discord. No, I'm not doing both. I'm not sure I see the value. I'm glad to have tested it though. Welcome, T. Hope your time away was fruitful. Everybody told me that I wouldn't be able to beat this game because you weren't here, so that was nice. You solved some things as soon as we figured out about numerical cores. So, numerical cores looks like, do you remember, oh, you guys don't watch Lost, but they're the numbers in Lost. It's like 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42. They all add up to 108. It's Flight 108. In Lost, there's a whole numerology thing. But there's like, it just feels like there's so many different ways to cut it that I'm not compelled by the puzzle. To me, it just feels like, oh, okay, so we're throwing numbers around and cutting them every which way. So, okay, so MCCX, what did you make sense of that? Convince me that this is not a silly puzzle. Right, that was one that I wrote down somewhere in my notes. 1,200, 11, 2. I think that's one of the combinations I did. 1,200. Oh, I didn't do 11, 2. I did 10, 3. But like, it feels arbitrary. Family core being 8. Okay, 8. So where does that number plug in? Everywhere. Like, you know, 1,000 divided by 200 makes 5. 5 plus 11 is 16. 16 divided by 2 makes 8. I mean, that all tracks. I guess it's just a neat thing to know. Another little bit of family lore. It does fit. But as far as I can tell, see, I was all excited because of the sacred, because of like finding that when I found it, I figured it must connect to the castle puzzle, but it did not seemingly matter, even though I got really excited because it was like, oh, CIX adds 6. CIX, the last one is adding 6. This must be, it didn't matter at all. That wasn't the point. It was to actually literally add 109 plus 6. And so I don't know, like that combination, thank you. But that combination of stuff, if it was really confusing the process for me about like, I don't know, like I'm not, I like finding the answer to the teacher mystery. I like finding the numerical core answer. It's kind of in a weird spot, but okay, it's in the filing cabinet, you know, underneath the building, I guess, that for some reason that's where that went. But I'm not sure what it connects to. I'm not satisfied with that thread yet. Yeah, my Swan Song, Gallery Rank 8, which, who the hell, Kigo Where, I don't know. I have a general catch-all for new number nonsense. We seek what's in the shade of truth. Long/short username. Maybe this is done. Doesn't feel done, but maybe it is done. And then the steady is the scepter. But really, Kigo Where is the big one. I appreciate having the core puzzles don't feel arbitrary. I mean, it's a fun way to shift numbers around, but that doesn't mean like I don't have a place to plug in numbers. We're still missing, I think, 2 locks, 2 red envelopes. I mean, we've got a key, so that could work on a lock. I mean, obviously it works on a lock. We just don't know what lock yet. Haven't found it. But it did feel really good to find the hidden filing cabinet, like, finally. That was neat. It wasn't in a room. I kind of feel like probably the key's not going to go in a room. I wrote down a bunch of rooms to check, but I don't think that's really going to matter. A place for solutions to go. Yeah, but they will. No way to find a solution is what I'm saying isn't arbitrary. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of the tricky part. I mean, I ended up finding the filing cabinet by basically scouring the grounds, going through all the different cave entrances again. I was definitely surprised that and kind of relieved that the chest thing doesn't reset, but I guess you just have to, you know, goodbye to the bishop. That's just not a power that you can get anymore because that is just gone. Not that I mind. I don't even remember what the bishop power was. Who asked if it was in a minor tunnel? Was it me or someone else? I do not recall. Oh, so it's like a throwaway anyway. I want the armory. Why do I train? No, yeah, that made sense in retrospect. I eventually thought similarly, even though I don't know, like, yeah. It would have made a lot more sense for that note to be in one of the teacher's desks, given that's the origin point for that stuff, but 3614 was on the filing cabinet example, and I also solved that one. The core of 3614 is 1 because that's the smallest whole number. Oh, the example in the actual write-up, yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, maybe there'll be more. Kind of feels like there must be, but what's up, Noel? Oh, that's cute. I don't blame her though. The game's got a very clean aesthetic. Makes sense that it would translate well. Oh yeah, speaking of disappointing revelations. Spiral of Stars. Big old womp womp there. Big old nothing to do, nothing happening there. I used to play house. Oh, that is, yeah. Hmm. Can only turn the scorched again. Oh, yeah. I don't think that was anything anyway. Just based on what I was finding out, messing with it. Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. Hey, Tio. What's good? Just laying some blueprints for a change. Good. Great. Yeah, thanks for asking. How about yours? Do you have any games going right now? Sorry, Construct. If it helps, I'm not happy about it either. It was good. It was good. I had a the party the party was talking to a seer, so they found this mountain sort of commune, and this fortune teller, the seer, that had lost their eyes, and so they asked the group to help them find their eyes. The problem was that since their sort of power has been taken, the visions and even their memories of certain things have gotten really fuzzy. So they know about when they lost their eyes, but they don't remember the exact circumstances. So they basically said, okay, well, it was definitely like we were on a bridge and my, acolytes were fixing the wagon wheel and we were attacked. And so they played through that. And she's like, actually, no, that wasn't it. That wasn't it, because somebody was thrown into the water. And so we sort of reset. So it was the wagon. There's basically like a hooded figure blocking them at the bridge. And she's like, I'm pretty sure somebody threw him into the water. So then they went and they threw this figure into the water during that next initiative. She's like, no, that wasn't it. You know what? It wasn't a figure. It was a monster. And then where the figure was and where the group was now standing was a beholder. And so they fought the beholder, and, it was a weaker beholder, and they ended up winning. And she goes, no, it wasn't that. It bested them, and they all ended up over the bridge. And so once they jumped over the bridge, that sort of completed the memory, and they were able to see what the beholder said and how it took the seer's eyes and where it went. So kind of playing with that idea from Alan Wake's American Nightmare of like, you have to kind of go through the motions. It was a really rough concept, and it worked, I think, moderately well for the session, but it's definitely one that I want to think more about and find a better way to do. It'll be a good candidate for a new video series I've been thinking about. We'll do. Well, no, it doesn't matter on this one. It's like the perfect situation for Darkroom. I'm shielded anyway. Battery. See a construct. It was fun. It's fun playing with like legit, kind of future telling stuff. Yeah, that's tricky. That's tricky, TO. That's fun to say. That's tricky, TO. Oh, that's awesome, T. Nice. Unsurprisingly, yep. See you, Noel. What's up, Jan? Just want to thank you for high quality D&D content for any short screen movements. Oh, thank you. Well, that's very nice of you to say. Glad you found it helpful. Oh, minis, yeah. I need to get painting some minis actually. I need to empty pool into there. It's been bugging me. It's been bugging me. Thanks, Jesse. Hey, that's a great way to get started. A tavern game series? Oh, like stuff like that, stuff to play. Almost like games within games. That can be kind of fun. I think I've done a little bit of stuff like that. It's always very, very sparingly. Yeah. Yeah, I'd absolutely consider it. It's a good question, Jan, and no, not yet. Not yet. It's planned, but not there yet. All of my games that I've ever run have been with friends, so none of those have like made it online. But I have a handful of ideas for making things that are intended to be online. So we'll get there eventually. Promise. Walk my happy ass all the way back. Also, it kind of now that I realize that chest door doesn't close, resolving and getting the key again is not that big of a deal. So I don't necessarily have to code check it. I don't think I have to really worry too much about it being... maybe I should double check that, but it didn't seem like the chess puzzle reset, so I'm probably fine to not code check it every time. Let's see. Correct. This actually, I really wish we would have guessed this one. I think this is one of the cleverest hidden drawing locations in the game. I guess it's neat that they implemented a way to like reveal that stuff in game. You know, but reading it rather than like having that revelation would have probably been really neat, really cool. I just am drawn to like there must be something more to this room. I just keep bringing more and more stuff in here. It's like, okay, I've got the paper crown, I've got the knight's shield, I've got the torch, I've got the morning star, I've got the full crown, I've got the key of Ares. I got all the stuff in here, and the throne room doesn't matter. It doesn't care. I feel like it should care. So it overlapped too much with the secret passage clue. Yeah. What's on my current list? Okay. Current list of goals. Don't know what Swan Song means. Gallery rank 8 may never happen. I've got this key go where. Don't know what key go where. There's new number nonsense with the number cores. We seek what's in the shadow of, so we seek what's in the shade of truth. Steady as the scepter, deadly as the stone. Just kind of a whole bunch of questions, really. Nothing but questions. Like I said, this throne room has been bugging me. Feels incomplete. Feels incomplete to me. I don't like that. Use your spiral gold and powered laundry to get 100 of dice for gallery rank 8, but that's not possible anymore. True. No, Tio, I've never played that game before. Tomb Poem gave us instructions for getting the Ares key. Correct. Yeah, the Tomb Poem is what I followed to get the Ares key. Now I've got this key, but I don't know where to go. In Ares' court, where the king now lays, on the sacred hour, that time-worn phrase, will a youth approach with empty arms, without gifts nor gold nor mannered charms, and in sky above a brilliant sign, a sullen cross, as 5 stars align, a patient figure, a reckoning great, the black key is waiting with the last king of 8. Tomb poem from the guy behind the antechamber. Correct. The tomb poem from the steady as the scepter, that's a separate one. Now, one of my ideas in terms of where the key could go, I wrote down the wine cellar, the master bedroom, the foyer, the armory. I don't think any of those are true. But the monk's blessing again, getting the monk's blessing again might be a thing. Sorting that out would be would definitely be on my list. That's why it's on the list. It's just annoying to try to get, because the last couple times I've tried to get it, it's been a no-go. And then, like, I've got 4 more days of Blessing of the Berry Picker. It's like, cool, awesome. And I thought that it was even like, oh, this can be, like, guaranteed almost if I do it a certain way. If I just give, because it worked the first time because I gave a lot of gold, and that didn't matter at all. Could always just go curse. It's true. Could always just go curse. Curse lasts for like a couple days, I think. There's also another thought that I had that I haven't written down, is that we've had a couple of rooms now that became enhanced. Actually, is it 3? A trick that this game likes to do is to put something worth looking at on the back side of rooms that have 3 ways in, sometimes 2 ways in. No, it's usually 3 ways in. So the first time was the foundation. The back of the foundation, viewed from another room, is how we unlocked the elevator. And then the next time was the backside of the closed exhibit. That's how we were able to look in and manipulate that. So another thing that I want to do, when possible, is try to orchestrate some third room looky-loos. I think that's what I'll write down. Some third door looky-loos, just to see backside of the passageway. What was the backside of the passageway? So the den. Yeah, there was technically a third, but I'm just saying, if there's, at this point, in terms of the crazy lists of things that I want to make, like, I'm going to get to the backside of all of these if I get a chance. Probably not much point in that, but okay, I'll put it on the list. The game has taught me to be suspicious. We'll see if anything comes from the looky-loos list. Man, and also, what does Swan Song stand for? Inquiring minds want to know. My inquiring mind. Can I really shield the lost and found? So it seems. And then one of the most cryptic things that I've learned this week is this. They are. Also, does it never end? Maybe, I think. So it feels tied to... I thought it felt tied to the spiral. All the more reason for me to go through the constellations the way that I did. Rip all of that time. The music note and the music sheets, that's why I've been rereading those, even though I feel like we really mined everything out of that. It feels like denoted inverse could also become something else, but I think, I don't know, I just go back to the visuals here. That certainly looks like the elevator going down. The spiral calls to the spiral of stars. This really looks like a series of switches, and this is like a power panel going down. I'm just not sure what else to make sense of it. It was just the rocks outside were hiding a floor plan. Denoted inverse, the music is all the same. It does tell a bit of a story, which I thought was interesting. The music sheets, there's a mention of shade at one point, that the shade that they're looking for is not found indoors, or like a shade is only outdoor or something like that. Yeah, the conservatory. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Of course. Yeah, I'm not expecting you to. Just musing at the situation. Yeah, sorry. Oh, okay, so we can't undo that. I was like, ooh, maybe this is a way to bring the elevator back up, but it was not to be. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess all things considered, I'll put the master key back in the coat check. It's more useful than the key of Ares, and then try to get the monk blessing, I think. That seems to be the best lead. Oh, never dug up dice before. That's fun. Wait, what kind of stuff can I dig up? Gems? Gotta love that noise. Yeah, I really don't have any outside rooms to have to go all the way to the courtyard, but Thanks, Sarah. The Royal Shopping Center of Tomorrow. What do you mean 45 rooms, game? I did 46 rooms. What room are they not counting? 45. Made it to 6. There's an outer room even. I don't know how they count that. That's okay. CT. Yeah. I'll trust me. I'm ready to put this thing down. See ya. See you next time. I do have other things to do than this game, but I'm compelled. I can't set it aside yet. Hey, Cecilia. Well, you know, probably trying to get the monk's blessing, which is an annoying one because it requires a lot of days. Swan Song is an acronym. Don't know. Taking a look at certain rooms for a really silly reason. Gallery at rank 8. Got the key of Aries. Not sure where it goes yet. We seek what's in the shade of truth. Got these number core nonsense things. And we've got the monk's blessing poem about steady as the scepter, ready as the throne. So a lot of things swirling. Not a lot that is concrete yet. But we'll get there. I'll figure it out. These room draws are sort of insane. Exactly, right? That's the spirit. Plus, Crane's always here to cheer us on. Big gray kitty. Been very greedy for attention tonight. That's why his hair is everywhere. Yeah. Oh, oh. See you. I can tell he's just tired. Okay, lumbar kitty. We can do lumbar kitty. Just hang out. Just hang out. There you go. There you go. Our Dog Duck. Our Dog Duck sounds like a Lifetime like romance movie where it's like, oh, we never would have found each other if it wasn't for Our Dog Duck. Coming soon to Touchstone Pictures. He would herd them together. He would herd them together, and then she would say to him in some scene, like, I saw that wonderful that painting you made for my Nana. And he would look and he would go, I think that was Duck. And then they would both laugh. And then there would be the trailer, there'd be some moment where there's some guy like whatever that guy is, Walter Peck was that the guy in Ghostbusters? He's like, hey, this town has got no place for a dog like that. And they're like, what are we gonna do? And then the dog makes like a whiny voice in the trailer, you know? And they're like, we have to save the dog. He's the spirit of this town. You know, she's like, I don't think Pa's heart can take another loss like this. And then they get some like special jersey made for the dog, and he catches the winning touchdown pass. It probably exists. What we're talking about probably already exists somewhere. I mean, pulling together herding the couple together at the dog park. That's literally Pongo and oh god, I'm so sexist. What's the Lady Dalmatian? Pongo and like Petra or Gertrude, Purdy? Pongo and Purdy? That sounds like it could be true. I think it's Pongo and Purdy. I want to go with that. Oh, I guess I can always get the thing that way. I don't know, game. I'll take that one, sure. It's gotta be Purdy. It's gotta be Purdy. Pongo. It's not Percy. Petunia. Maybe it's not a P word. Feels like it would be a P word though. Well, it's got that whole dog barking sequence, which is very entertaining. What's AGP stand for? I definitely want 15% of it, but I don't know what that means. The adjusted gross profit. I don't know. These movies don't make a whole lot of sense anymore because you can't. We don't have rentals. We don't have home movies. I feel like these are sort of. Now I say that unless we can get The Rock to voice one of the animals. So let's see. We definitely need our dog Duck to be voiced by The Rock. Oh, who else can we get? Who else is important? You mean wisely invest our budget? Wisely invest and then convince The Rock that this is the new Black Adam franchise. Then he's gonna put his weight behind it. Next thing you know, they're gonna be scrapping the DC universe again and just handing it over to him. It's all coming together now. Kevin Hart, yeah. Yep, you're gonna need Kevin Hart. You're gonna need James Corden is gonna need to play. What is he? He usually plays like the fat troll. Isn't he in the troll movies? Those are always like one or two of those movies plays almost every day in my house. I feel like that's a voice that shows up a lot. Let's call Vin Diesel. James Corden should play the cat. I feel like no, I just like this game. Not this game. I like this game too, but I like the game we're playing. I feel like I keep seeing videos online of Justin Timberlake not trying very hard on his tour, on his like world performance tour, so we can probably get him pretty cheap actually. We could probably get him to voice like the fire hydrant or something that The Rock pisses on. That'd be like your big get. Like, wow, did you see what they did? I can't believe that's in this movie. Mm-hmm. I think so. But he does it all in the background. It's like a gag. It's like wow, I can't believe they did that. Do you think do they like know him? Like, why did he agree to do that? You know, that's the kind of. Damn. It's totally what I wanted. Naturally, yep. And then there's other ones that there's other. If we can get Jackie Chan, then we can also get Chris Tucker, because that's how Chris Tucker decides what movies to do. So if we can convince Jackie Chan to do stunts, Chris Tucker will come and do bad stunts. Beginning to think that I don't need this many observatories in my house. I don't know. 2 for 1, absolutely. And then we've got to make sure that the post-credit scene, that's really where and then we spring for the CGI dog from Superman for Crypto to show up, and it all ties together. And this is how we got The Rock in the first place, because now he really can come back and be the dog version of Black Adam and fight the new Superman. I think we got it. We nailed it. Yes. There's a really solid 1 or 2, the channel Bullets and Blockbusters. It's like a pretty reliable, like, YouTube behind the scenes type of thing, where I think their big series is, you know, what movies were originally going to be, like the first version of whatever movie. And it does a good breakdown of how the DC stuff failed this last time. Makes you feel kind of bad for Henry Cavill, especially once The Rock started manipulating things there towards the end. Oh yeah, no, we just Duck. We just scan him from the get-go, because we're gonna be needing him to do a bunch of like Airbud stunts. Gosh, we need to come up with a way to reference that without. We don't want people to think that we just remade Airbud, you know. No, we don't want that to be too obvious, but. True. And then we have to do a revival of Duck Dynasty, right? Same name, totally different concept of the show. Totally different. No, I think it definitely wants you to collect. It doesn't. Yeah, it definitely wants you to collect them. They've just never been. I don't know. I guess I should have been recording them the whole time. What each and every one said. How did I miss the dark room? They're just always nonsense. Like they negate one another. It's very irritating. That's one of those areas where it's like, yeah, if I missed it, I missed it. I gotta go with the break room. I can't abandon. Not when I'm this close. Eventually it will teach you, Rajana, but at what cost? At what cost, indeed. Oh, man. Work has been brutal. So, as lame as it is, God, can I increment it one more time? Can I get through? Maybe I can increment it one more time. I can do it one more time. The slog of the days that may or may not matter in this game. Nah, not tough, just a lot of it. Not being able to have as flexible a schedule as I like. Okay, Mario. Not all of us can be doing the God's work. Making water go into different places. The right places, not the wrong places. You got soft hands. You're fighting a fight. Nobody fighting on the other side of it. Not arguing with that. You have seen all the memos that appear in this room. Yes. It got so bad after Thing 2 was born that we had to stop because I was starting to see spots during the day, which is not good. So we had to figure out other ways to manage. Generally, it's not. Yeah, that's I forget what it's called, but well, bad is what it is. You don't want to see visual. It's like it's like lights and orbs and what's the word for it? There's a fancy word for it, but it's basically like a visual migraine. It's like you don't want it. You don't want that. It all went away. But the will was there. I was willing. Sure. It sounds a lot nobler if you imagine it not being said like the way you said it, but being said the way that Kay says it at the end of Men in Black. It's like, the mind is willing. Maybe it's his mind that gives, like the body is willing. I forget what he says, but it sounds a lot cooler than saying it that way. Which one? Maybe I need to brush up on my Futurama. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, most shows are if you're sleepy enough. So wait, if I get to 200 stars, which as I say that, oh, that's not going to happen. Would it kick off another spiral? I assume so. I have to be done with this game before then. There's no shot that's not going to happen. Maybe if I run a couple crazy experiments. Sounds like that'll be tomorrow night. Hopefully, wrapping this game up. I'm sure I could pull off a paper crown. That's the part of the ensemble that I would have not much trouble with. That's pretty much how it goes, yeah. They need to vie for my affections. It's earned daily. It would only take 22 days. That's a good point. And drafting 3 a day is not hard. I feel like I have to put in effort not to draft one. They're popping up all the time. Yeah, if I really wanted to, that's an extra +2, right? Duncan's good. Thanks for asking. Well, and then I would, of course, I would have to quickly get to the end of that spiral too. Nah, he's free. He sleeps in bed. He's living large. Yeah, I think dogs know how to turn on the charms when they need to. 2 dogs, 2 kids, 1 dog, all trying to sleep. Two dogs? 2 dogs? It's like you don't even know me. Don't worry. The dog does a good job of keeping away the cats. It's why the crane's all over me down here, because he knows upstairs is dog zone. He's got to get his love down here where it's safe. 2 laboratories and a drafting studio. standard, rare. Yep, that's what I would say. That's it. And sauna. Absolutely they do. Boom, just like that. Another completed house. Go down, over, up into the break room. Didn't even get code check this time. Do they predate? No. No, they don't. We had a different cat and dog than this set of cats and dog. Yeah, you might even feel a certain way about it. Okay. Well, at least I incremented a couple of days, so be almost done with the blessing of the berry picker tomorrow. Doing this is not hard anymore. filling the house, unless I get really bad draws, feels pretty straightforward. So that's at least something. Hopefully we'll actually solve some of these tomorrow. I think we will. I think we're heading the right direction. But that'll do it for me tonight. Dead tired. Hopefully more of a normal day. Tomorrow we'll see. Certainly Friday will be, and then, you know, do it all again. Thanks, Jesse and Sarah, for checking in. Sorry to keep you up late. At least everybody's hopefully returned back to normalcy this week. I was just relieved not to have to call one of your kind, Jesse, because I went to the hardware store and bought a plastic PVC set for $14, and that was it. That was all I needed, so it's nice. Always good to see you too, Tia. Thanks for stopping by. Don't think ill of me for teasing Jesse back. Believe me, he deserves it. That's right, he does. I know. You've seen what he says. That's why I've got to come out here to the twos, to the fives, to the sometimes tens of people that'll listen to me and just say these horrible things about him. You do. Yeah, that's fair. The grass is always greener, I guess, right? All right. You guys have a good one. And I'm sure we'll chat tomorrow. See ya.